So your new GoEagle just showed up at your house and you're trying to figure out how to put it together. Well, this is the perfect video for you. First things first, let's go ahead and unbox this bike. Now for this demonstration, we will be cutting open an entire side of the box just to give you an insight into what it looks like in there, but it is recommended that you keep the box intact. You can use the box to consolidate all of the packing material and recycle those according to local rules and regulations. Let's get the box out of the way and start removing some of this packing material. When cutting the zip ties, make sure not to damage any cables or the bike itself. We'll just want to be sure that we are removing the material and not parts that are supposed to stay on the bike. Once all the packing material has been removed, let's go over to the accessory box and see what is included with your GoEagle. The accessory box contains 2 pedals, one labeled for the left side and one labeled for the right side, front headlight with quick cable attachment, 1 wrench, 2 Allen keys, the front wheel quick release skewer, and the charger. Next, let's get the bike ready for the handlebar install. When shipped, the headset will be facing backwards, so what we're going to have to do is loosen the headset. In order to do that, we will be loosening this top bolt here and these 2 bolts here on the side. Once the headset is loose, we will turn it around, lining it up straight up and down with the front forks. Once everything is in alignment, we'll secure the headset by using those 2 bolts here on the side and the 1 bolt here on the top. Next, we'll remove the headset plate in preparation for installing the handlebars. Once the front plate has been removed, grab the handlebars, bring those up, and let's install those. When installing the bolts here for the headset, always make sure to utilize an X pattern. That way we're making sure we're putting an even amount of pressure across the entire handlebar. Once the bolts have been tightened, it's always a good idea to confirm that the handlebars are set in place. Next, let's grab the front wheel and remove the axle protection on both sides. Then we'll head back to the accessory box and grab the front wheel quick release skewer. To install the quick release skewer, remove the nut and one of the small springs. Always make sure when you're installing the springs that the small side of the spring is facing towards the wheel. With the nut and small spring in hand, slide the quick release skewer through the front axle. Once the skewer is through, place the nut and the small spring back on the skewer. Make sure to keep it loose as we go to install it on the front forks. When installing the front wheel, make sure to line up the calipers and the discs as you set the dropouts onto the axles. Once the axle is secured in the dropouts, hold the quick release lever and tighten the bolt on the opposite side. It may take a couple tries to get this pressure just right, but when going to close the quick release lever, it should take the strength of 1 hand. Next, we'll install the light and front fender, and we can start by removing the pre-installed bolt on the front forks. Once the pre-installed bolt has been removed, thread that through the attachment point on the front fender and front light and tighten down until they're both secure. Then we'll install the front fender support arms at the fender support attachments. Next, we'll connect the front light to the battery. The pin connectors need to be pressed in straight together so there's no twisting. Simply line up the grooves and press it together. You can also use the arrows on the outside as a guide. Next, we'll install the pedals. As we mentioned, each pedal is labeled, one for the left and one for the right. The right pedal is going to be regular threaded, and the left pedal is going to be reverse threaded, meaning that both pedals will tighten when turned towards the front wheel. Start by hand tightening, and use the wrench to finish securing the pedals to the cranks. Now that your bike is fully assembled, here are some quick tips to get you on the road. Use the keys to unlock and remove the battery. The battery will slide off of the battery track. When inserting the battery, you can look to these 3 grooves on the battery that correspond with the 3 grooves on the battery track. Line up those grooves and the battery will slide down into place, or you can use the keys to secure it to the frame. Once the battery is installed, we can flip it to the on position, and heading up here to the left-hand side, we have got our controls. Holding down the middle button will turn our bike on. Once the display is on, we can use the up and down arrow keys to change the levels of pedal assist. We can use the up arrow key to raise pedal assist. Pedal assist levels range from 0 to 5. And then we can use the down arrow key to lower levels of pedal assist. And if you still want to have access to the display, but not have any assistance from the motor, you can put it in pedal assist level 0. Single pressing the middle button again will cycle through displaying either the odometer or the trip distance. Before your first ride, make sure to adjust the saddle to an appropriate height. You can adjust the seat post by using the seat post quick release. Simply open it up, adjust the saddle to where you need it, and retighten the quick release. And if you're going out later in the day, it's important to know how to turn on the lights. To turn on the lights, all you have to do is hold down the up arrow on the keypad, and the lights will come on. To turn the lights off, simply hold down the up arrow until the lights turn off. If the lights are not turned on, the integrated rear light will still turn on when the brake levers are pulled, and even when the lights are on, they will still indicate when you're braking. The GoEagle is also equipped with a walk mode. To enter the walk mode, all you have to do is hold down the down button for about 3 seconds, and the motor will assist you at a nice, easy pace. To get out of walk mode, you can either hold down the down button for another 3 seconds, or simply tap on the brake levers. The GoEagle is also equipped with a twist throttle. All you have to do to operate the throttle is twist it back towards yourself. And to utilize the pedal assist, all you have to do is pedal normally. The bike will sense this activity, providing you assistance from the motor. Now that you've got your bike fully assembled and know a thing or two about the GoEagle, it's time for you to get out there and enjoy the ride.